What makes human beings different from other living creatures is our unique intelligence. Our brain is what makes us the king of all species and contributed massively to our generation's progress over the millennia. But the brain is actually similar to the rest of your muscles. It can only grow stronger upon use. Also, the brain acts like a sponge and it easily absorbs anything that it comes in contact with, regardless of good or bad. So, you have to be vigilant to the kind of information you read, the people you mingle with, and also your immediate environment. Focus on feeding your mind with the empowering information in order to grow rich and fulfilled. Invest in self-help books, biographies of millionaires, success courses, investment talks, and so on. Also, mingle with like-minded people who share the same vision as you. There's also a popular saying by Jim Rohn: you are the average of the 5 people you mingle with, which is true. So again, be incredibly vigilant with whom you choose to spend time with. Remember, success attracts success. The biggest misconception and what the rich actually do. One of the greatest misconceptions about the wealthy is that you have it, you flaunt it, to show others that you're loaded. Well, that's what's being portrayed by the media anyway. So-called social media millionaires showing off their private jet, luxurious lifestyle, and mountains of cash. However, based on recent research, that's not entirely the truth. Believe it or not, most millionaire or billionaire families live rather modestly. Perhaps there might be millionaires in your neighborhood and you'd never know it. The majority of millionaires look like regular folks at first glance. They own regular houses and automobiles. They might have a few luxuries, but most average millionaires can't be spotted on a daily basis as they prefer it to be that way and don't show off their wealth. But they have one thing in common, and that is financial maturity. They know what it takes to be rich and stay rich. Think about it for a second. What is your why or purpose to make $1 million? For many, it's because they want to be financially free. A short definition of financial freedom is the ability to live the lifestyle you desire without having to work or rely on anyone else for money. But you can never achieve this without knowing how to manage your finance. So, you must also know how rich people manage their assets and finance to join their rank. For starters, you have to know the difference between an asset and a financial obligation. An asset is something that generates cash in your pocket without you having to execute much work for it. Another word for financial obligation is expenses, something that takes cash out of your pocket. You become truly financially free only when your assets exceed your financial obligations. In other words, the main objective of the money game is to earn enough passive income to pay for the lifestyle you desire. Things you won't learn at school. Did you know that 70% of the wealthy families lose their wealth by the second generation and a shocking 90% by the third? This is a cold hard truth that has plagued wealthy families for decades. So why is that so? The number one reason for this to happen is due to the lack of smart money lessons. Statistics show that up to 65% admit that they have disclosed little to none about their wealth to their children. And the main reason is because people were taught not to talk about their money. They worry that their children will become lazy and feeling entitled. In the end, most of them have zero clue to the value of money and how to manage it. To make things worse, financial education is not even covered in schools. In order to stay away from this death hole, we must ensure our offspring receives the much-needed financial literacy and prosper. For instance, you need to teach your children the real value of money and how to master the money game. There's a Chinese proverb that fits in perfectly. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. So don't be afraid to teach your children the basic money management skills. You can begin by teaching them how to be financially free, introducing books and courses on money lessons. If you don't know how to manage your money, don't worry. This Millionaire Blueprint covers all the basics of the money game that you can pass on to your future generations. We get what we ask for. Have you watched or read The Secret? If you did, most likely you're convinced that the law of attraction works. But more often than not, you're wondering why you simply can't manifest money in your life and struggle to pay the bills with little to no money in the bank. If you're one of them, I'm going to give you some pointers. The power of manifestation does not come from the outer self, but it actually originates within you. What you manifest in reality is the fruit of the seed you sow in your mind. The key to unlock the power of manifestation is mindfulness. Take a moment and reflect on the words you use when it's about money, the thoughts and beliefs you have about wealthy people, or how you spend money. Is money the root of all evil? Is it more enlightened to be poor than rich? Does getting rich take too much work and struggle? Are you not good enough to be rich? Does getting rich mean everyone will want something from you? Believe it or not, all your answers will shape your current reality. One thing you should remember is to watch your thoughts at all time. Again, be vigilant. And when you do, you'll activate the power to manifest money in your life and never be broke again. Experts suggest that positive affirmations are the best way to hack your way to rewire what you think of money subconsciously. For example, say aloud or to yourself, "I'm a cash magnet. I merit financial abundance. I'm now drawing in all of my wildest desires. There's more than enough cash for everybody, including me." These phrases and sentences will pick your energy vibrations up to an elevated level and help you retrain your brain to believe and live inside an abundant lifestyle. This likewise helps you to be alert to any fresh chances which come your way. Let's face it, $1 million is likely not going to turn up in your suitcase on a porch unless you get into some truly fishy stuff. You are likely going to have to make some sort of moves in order to produce those $1 million. So you are going to want your brain to be prepared to pick up on the hints. When you start drawing in abundance in little ways, you will experience the snowballing effect that affects almost every area of your life. Like any habits, the process will get simpler and abundance will overflow to other areas such as emotional health, physical health, family and friends, and so on. Don't forget, it's all the same to the world. It's you who trusts you're allowed to draw in a new auto. Cash is cash to the universe, and abundance comes in all forms. So let those affirmations with unstoppable emotional strength attract unlimited wealth to you in no time. Soon, you will realize that opportunity is everywhere, and you'll be spoiled by the choices you have to make lots of money.